And we're back like we never left, man. Hey Jeff, man, do you think black is a good color for me, brother?
Black, I think it is. I think it's a good color for you. Yeah.
All right. See how I took the beard down a little bit?
I noticed that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It looks because usually when you grow it out, it's a little more sharp in the center.
Yes, sir.
It looks more rounded. Looks good.
hmm Yeah, I guess so. Hey, brother, today is like some kind of day or whatever. You know anything about that?
The day today is a day, a special day.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
They tried to play us, but we made the game. Offend these haters, turn their shade to shame.
Believe you me.
Stick with the name that pays. Big Daddy, everything. And they thought I was done to rap, but how dumb is that when I'm the running back? Gut punch you in front of you at eye level, see if you gon' stomach that. It's food for thought, but we don't feed them hoes, we don't need them hoes. Eloquent, Big Daddy elephant, just in their element. Intelligence, telling man something they can tell a friend. And
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Let me make sure my lighting's all right, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That helps a little bit. And then this one, let me see. Man, y'all just be cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't start none, won't be none.
Hey man, let us make it. All right. All right. Just let us make it.
Let me see. It's probably a little bit too much. I'm taking a little bit out of here. Take a little bit. All right,
Hey
there we
man.
go.
Hey. All right. These all pre-show issues. All right.
No, yeah, you're right. You're not right about that, but
No.
I think we're good now. I think we're
It
good
looks
now.
good.
All right, so brother, today is what they would call Mother's Day.
Yep. Yeah.
I saw a lot of real like simp like behavior. It's looks. Listen, I get it. If there's ever one day to simp, it probably would be today, Jeff. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. It would be the most understandable simpage,
Yeah,
the closest to understandable that you can get.
yeah, definitely. And listen, I don't celebrate it, but who knows? If I was a mother, I probably would, Jeff. Right? Because I probably just would.
Why not, right?
Yeah, I would say, look, y'all are awesome a-holes, and this is, if nothing else, I should get this.
Do y'all know what I have to deal with every day? I
Yeah,
deserve a day, a whole day.
I probably would.
Yeah.
I probably would. And then what else is there? I want to talk about why it is, brother, that this being Mother's Day, it just came up. Why is it that our mothers, we treat them or we think about them, we're like, I'll do anything, I'll protect them. You can't tell me anything about my mama.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have your daughter, and your daughter is, oh, so look how precious she is. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you better
Yeah.
stay away from my daughter.
Yeah. The joke I always heard was, "Well, I guess it's time to buy a shotgun now, huh, Dad?"
There you go.
No, no buying a shotgun.
Those kind of stuff, those kind of things, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, what's up, brother? What about the girlfriends, the wives?
Mid. They're all mid. Yeah. That's a good. It's a good. It's a good question, brother.
We'll fight against the
Yeah.
females that's our age. Isn't she a daughter to somebody, brother?
Yeah. Yeah. She is.
And then where we're at now, aren't they probably a mother to someone this age? This age
Yeah.
group?
Yeah. Yeah.
Brother, one of the things that I used to really, really find very horrible, brother, is watching American Pie. You remember American Pie?
I do. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I remember that.
Stifler was interested in a MILF, right? Is that how it went?
It was a MILF. Yeah, it was that dude's mom. What was that
Somebody's
guy?
mom, right?
He was one of his friends, I think, too.
Yeah.
The Stiffmeister. Yeah.
And that's horrible, brother, because no.
Yeah. That's his precious mother.
Oh man,
she's a good woman. That's his precious mom. Yeah, also, brother, I have an ongoing joke that I started. Well, I didn't start it, but it's that I do with my wife. I started it with her. Is I told her that anything that anyone ever says, if you say your mom and then repeat it, it makes sense. It always does. And it's always funny.
So if I say, "Oh, your forehead looks dumb,"
Mom's forehead looks dumb.
Well, your breath stinks, man.
Your mom's breath stinks.
Hey, look, man, that's
Your mom looks
too.
all right.
All right, well, let's take it outside.
So your mom's gonna take it outside. And it's never ending. I haven't ended it with my wife. I say
You
it
win.
is.
You win, right?
Every time. I would say I probably say it 2 or 3 times a day.
Okay.
So say something and then I'll say your mom. And then I'll repeat it. It's fun. But why? Why is that okay? We're talking about these precious women who adored us as children.
Oh, that's a good question, brother.
Because it's not funny if you say my mom. That's not funny. I would never say my mom after anything anyone says, ever.
No, you're right, brother. So it's a difference.
It's different. So
Okay. Well, then go ahead and take it, brother. If your mom, tell me what it is about. What's this relationship, brother, that makes your mom different than, I don't know, Jeff, right? All these other moms, I don't know.
yeah. So I would say it's the first one. It's got to have something to do with it being the first time or the first person in your life that really adored you,
Okay.
that really cared for you in a unique way, right? And yeah, there's something about a mother that I've seen that it feels kind of unconditional. And I think for guys, we don't typically have unconditional affection, right?
Okay.
That's not something that we usually get to experience. I think Chris Rock said only women and dogs get unconditional love, or women, children, and pets. That's what he said. Women, children, and pets get unconditional love. For
Okay.
guys, it's not so much, but mothers, we kind of get close to it, unconditional love. And it's our first time. It's our first one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Got you. Just a question, brother, but has your experience with a mother always had like a reason why the world is what you're seeing? It's like, man, the world is kind of like this, and your mother has an explanation of why. Don't worry about it, or it's only like this because of that.
oh yeah, for sure.
Like even if we're around, who was it, brother? There was this comedian,
Mhm.
Kevin Hart.
Okay.
So he's with his mother. She looks just like him, by the way. He's with his mother, and they would go to the laundromat, but they would take a shortcut. Shortcut was in like back alleys,
Mm-hmm.
and so one of the times they get robbed. When they get robbed, the guy's trying to take. He got a gun, but he's trying to take something from his mother.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart's mother. He might be 10 years old, And so she's like, no, no, she's fighting against him. And then he pushes her down and takes it. He
Okay.
looks through it, and there's no money in it. It's empty. And then he throws it at her. You broke bitch.
Damn.
He had to feel that
Yeah.
experience. He shared it on, I think it was Breakfast Club or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
What does he have? What can he do with that? But doesn't his mother have to talk to him next? Doesn't she have
She
to
does.
say, "Oh, just let me tell you"?
Yeah,
A
she
little
does.
Okay.
She would probably say something like, "There's just some bad people in this world, son, and the best we can do is fight for what's ours and pray that God helps us."
Dang,
Something
bro,
like
that's
that.
too good. Because if Mama says that, that's it, right?
That's a wrap.
At least for the next
That's
6
it.
years.
Yeah, brother. I remember. I don't know if you remember this. If you can go this far back in your memory log, there was a group when we were young. I was very young. They were called Crisscross. It was two guys. Crisscross.
Yeah.
Mac Daddy
I
make you
remember
wanna jump, jump.
Jump.
Crisscross make you wanna jump, jump. Yeah. They
Yeah,
wore their clothes
Mac Daddy.
backwards. Yeah. They wore their clothes backwards because, to quote them, to wear your clothes inside out was wiggity wiggity whack. That
Whack.
was one of their verses. Whack, wiggity 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 whack. So I, as a child, would go to school with my clothes on backwards. I used to do this. I would wear a jersey backwards and some pants backwards. And I remember getting quite bullied one time in particular. I don't know why, because they were pretty cool. So I don't know why these guys had a problem with it, but whatever. I got bullied pretty bad, man. I felt pretty bad about myself. Felt pretty terrible.
Okay.
I went home. I told my mother that I was just trying to be cool.
Okay. Yep.
I was just trying to be cool. And
That
I
was-
even, yeah,
That
I even
sounds-
had like an earring. I even had an earring back then.
But it sounds devastating, brother. There's no way you can make it past that.
Well, my mother told me. I remember she said some kids don't like themselves, and so they take it out on you. They were just jealous that you looked so cool.
Well, there it is. There you go.
And I remember,
you can take that.
I took that, and I was like, I didn't even think about it like that, Mom. And I continued wearing oversized overalls with one strap undone, and I continued pumping my Nikes. Or were they Reeboks? Were they Reeboks?
Reeboks,
I
yeah.
continued pumping my shoes. I didn't care, man. I was as stylish as I wanted to be. I didn't care.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I remember another time I got made fun of for wearing some cheap shoes. We were poor. And my mother went and got me some Iversons, man.
There you go.
The first pair, the Blue Gator. It was
Yep.
like Blue Gator skin with the little gold bullets on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And man. And she was, she made me feel really good about that, man.
There you go, Jeff.
My son's got to look good out here. I was like, I appreciate it, Mom. Thanks.
So certainly she's the best woman then.
That's a wrap, bro. That's why every other girl after that was like mid. She's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's my mom, man.
I got you, Jeff. That's all right, man. I hope she catches some of this then.
She might. She may.
That'd be nice, man. All right. No, I get that, brother. I guess I have no arguments against that.
Yeah.
She got you through some of the toughest times.
Some of the toughest times, yeah. Yep.
No, that's no wonder, Jeff. I got you. Well, that as you say that about the mothers, I got to think about the daughters. So I have two,
Yeah.
Jeff. I have two of them.
Yeah, tell me, brother, what is it? Because by the time you have daughters, you've already had a mother and you've already met all the other women, the girlfriends and the wife.
Yep.
Right. And it's like by the time you have a daughter, why do we go back to that?
They're perfect.
They're perfect because mom's perfect, but then girlfriends are like, all right. And then wives are like, well, this is the best I'm going to do. So I got to do this or whatever the case. You know what I mean?
Yes,
But
sir.
when we get to daughters, it's like, perfection. Why is that, brother?
No, I'll tell you why, brother. That's a really good question, actually. Because when you realize the way you felt about your mother, you say, "Oh, it's possible." And so, since she's blank, I'll just make sure. Right?
Mm.
Right? She
She's
won't
blank.
be like
She's a blank slate.
She's blank slate. Look at her. I can make sure that she's nothing like those girls that aren't like my mom. And so, she can't wear this. Hey, you don't want her seeing any of that. Hey, go back in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want daddy issues? Okay, let me come around and hold you and talk to you. Let me tell you that you're beautiful and you're smart. No, but you're smart. I want you to know that you're smart. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you're tough. See?
Okay.
So she can't be corrupted because I didn't corrupt her and I didn't let the world corrupt her. Okay. And her mother, when her mother would tell her stuff that I didn't like, I would say, "Hey, don't tell her that." So that's why.
Okay.
All right. So she's perfect.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right.
She's homegrown.
She's homegrown. She's perfect.
I got you.
Both of them. 100%. Now, I know that somebody's going to come and try to, meet my daughter and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, if she's 16, she can't date. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay. But what about the world? The rest of the world is going to say, yeah, okay. She'll just sneak out of the house then. That's what all girls do.
No, I've heard that, and then I'll just say this. Could you zoom in on me?
Oh yeah. Huh?
Okay. Not my daughter. Not my daughters. Not my daughters. They won't.
Okay.
See how I can say that, brother?
You said that, yeah.
I can use my own voice to say, "Not my daughters."
Yeah. Okay. And if I push the issue, maybe
go ahead.
Oh, well, that's what everybody says about their daughters. Matter of fact, I used to have a bunch of daughters sneaking out of their houses when I was a kid.
Yeah. Those daughters didn't have fathers like me. And they know better. See?
All right, man. Same.
My wife used to sneak out.
My wife used to sneak out to come hang out. And
yeah, well, your wife is,
she had dad and she knew better. But
well, listen, no offense, but the type of woman, okay.
Hey, man.
Hey, no offense. No, man, what are you saying about my daughters, man?
What are you saying about my wife, man?
Man, I'm getting tired of you right now.
Hey, man, you know what? All right.
No, man. Daughters, man, they that's why, because you already know all the stuff that the guys did, and you're gonna tell them, hey, there's gonna be guys that say this stuff. Don't listen to them.
Yeah,
I'll make sure that you have a car. You don't have to ask anybody for a ride, because if you ask anybody for a ride, they're gonna ask for gas or cash, and ask gas or cash, and so you just won't do that, right? And so there it is.
Okay.
Perfectly protected.
I got you. Yeah, that makes sense, brother. So you have a sense of ownership and responsibility over this blank slate.
Yeah, she's a child, brother.
Child, man. Yeah.
So of course she has a chance. This is how you're gonna see it. She has a chance.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. And there's this element as well that I've seen where your mother and your daughters, they see you differently than the rest of the world sees you.
Oh, wow.
Right? Because
so we're just all hallucinating.
It's a hallucination because I know my shortcomings, right? As a man.
Yes, sir.
Whenever I have shortcomings, I know what they are. I know my flaws. I know the mistakes I've made. Maybe my wife knows them, or my children's mother. Maybe she knows them. The world definitely knows it all. But our children, brother, they just were their daddies, brother. It doesn't matter. They don't see any of that stuff. And then our mothers, they've never saw it either. Right? Most of our mothers never really paid attention to that. I've been on the news. I've been on the news. And my mother was probably the only one that still saw her son,
Yes, sir.
the sweet boy that she knew that was just trying to be cool.
Yeah.
And so that alongside that sense of responsibility with the children,
Yep.
I can see that working, man, because children don't see none of that, brother. They just see how strong you are. Like if you don't work out at all, right? Let's say you're a man that doesn't work out. You're not a very tough guy, right? You just kind of a pushover. But when you're with your children, you are very strong as far as they're concerned. Even your own children would think, well, daddy's super strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I'm pretty strong.
Yeah. That's what your kids would say. Yeah, for sure.
Right now. But I speaking of, I talked to my children, and I had an issue when they told me that the Hulk was stronger than me. I had an issue with that, brother.
Oh, you mean the guy that was gamma rayed? He had gamma ray poisoning.
Yeah.
And it morphed him into something that could fight gigantic aliens.
Yes.
Why, brother? Why would you? It's gamma ray poisoning.
But he's not stronger than me.
But Iron Man has to make a suit to fight him specifically for him. It's okay that he might be stronger than you. Iron Man had to make a suit for him,
but he's not stronger than me. The Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, is not stronger than I am.
But he beat up Thor. He beat up Thor, brother.
I don't care. That guy, Incredible Hulk, that green man, is not tougher than I am, brother. He's not stronger.
Okay.
All right. And the reason he's not stronger than I am is because he cannot do my job. He can't come do my job. I can do his very easily.
Yeah.
Oh, you're swinging around helicopters. Stop it. Stop the clip right there. Let me grab this little thing. Wow. Print it out. Print that out, and I'll cut out the helicopter. Cut it out. Scissors, and I'll say, "Now look."
Oh, you're catching missiles. Wow. Get in missile. I caught it.
It's not tough for me. The guy that's on that you can watch him. It's CGI, brother. It's not really there.
Yeah.
So I'm not lying to them when I say the Incredible Hulk is not tough enough. He's not. He's not tough enough.
Yeah, because there is no Iron Man or Thor.
See?
So he actually didn't beat any of them up.
There you go.
They're not even real. I got you.
Yeah. So, but yes, absolutely. And then they saw me tear down a tree the other day. Watched me tear down a tree with my bare hands. Okay. They did say, "Oh, Daddy is stronger than the Incredible Hulk," because they haven't seen an Incredible Hulk tear down a tree with his bare hands. Right?
Yeah, and tearing down a tree is a pretty big deal, brother. I mean,
yeah. I just had to do some yard work, and
gotcha.
I didn't have a chainsaw, so I just tore it down, brother.
Okay.
All
right.
Now, I think that's cool, brother. Because when I was thinking about this initially, I was just thinking about how we look at our mothers and our daughters, but I forgot that our mothers actually have a view that's different. Like, your son is really not that significant.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
It's not, and your dad is. Nobody cares about your dad.
Yeah.
But to them, you're right, brother. They're like, this is my guy.
Yeah.
So then why, brother, if we have representation of women from our mother, then we have representation of women from our daughters, why is the in-between woman, somebody we knew from school, somebody that we worked with, somebody that we see at the shopping center. Brother, what's the difference there? What is the? How come we can't see them and say, another like my mother?
Yeah,
And
I
I
saw.
and I oughta treat her like my daughter. You know.
I like my mother. I like that, and I ought to treat her like somebody's daughter. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, I have an idea. I'll run it by you. Tell me what you think. And those of you watching, go ahead and let us know, even if it's after we're here. So here's my thought. Because in the middle, there are severe consequences for treating all the women in the middle the way you would treat your mother or your daughter.
Okay, you want to name one or two, just real quick?
Oh yeah, you will be cuckolded.
Okay, cuckolded. Yep.
That's one of the consequences is to be cuckolded.
Okay.
Also, you may end up raising children that aren't yours and not know about it. Not know that they're not yours.
No, sir. Because no, we were together. I think that was February.
Mhm.
So the child's due in August. Late August. I'm sorry. Because I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to do the math. Late August.
Later. Okay. Yeah.
So, and I think would we agree on the name? Because we already did gender reveal and everything. That was like, I think I only spent like $300 on those. Those are like really cheaper than you would think.
Oh yeah. Well, what I was more referring to is the statistic. I think it's 3 out of 10 men end up raising children that aren't theirs, and they don't know that they're not theirs. I think it's 3 out of 10.
Oh, 3 out of 10.
Something like that, yeah. Pretty high numbers. It's
okay. Yeah, but you still got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
So
for sure. But it happens to a lot of guys. So it could happen to you.
Yeah, but only 3 out of 10. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, come on now. That's 1.5 out of 5. You know what I mean? Like, who's the half?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm the other half. Yeah, so we're thinking on either going with Deborah, that's her name, or Barbara. You know, kind of got the raw. So it's either Deborah.
Yeah. So just let me give you some advice, bro. Just 3 out of 10. I get it. Just to eliminate all of that.
Yep.
Just get a DNA test once the baby's born before you sign.
DNA. Yeah, right, man. You know.
Just real quick, just let her know, like, hey, it's been a rough ride. You did a great job. I was here. I saw what you did. Good job. They're gonna come with the birth certificate. We're gonna do a DNA test real quick, sweetheart. But you don't worry. The baby's coming back. They took her. That she's coming back. You got a lot to do. The nurse will be here to help with the breastfeeding part.
No, man.
Just let her know right there. Like, I'm gonna do the knockout DNA test real quick.
But what's Victoria saying? You can't handle every woman the same, she says. Some women are more sensitive and emotional, thrive on that type of emotional. Okay, I'm sorry. Some women who are more sensitive and emotional thrive on that type of attention. Women.
You mean the attention, like treating them like you would your mother?
The cuckold. Yeah.
Oh, I got you. The simpiness.
Yeah. Well, every woman, obviously, every person is different, but then there's also a common denominator.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's hard to call it. It's hard to call it. I haven't seen any woman be treated really, really, really well, and then it also ends really, really well. I haven't seen it. Jeff, you maybe?
No.
I mean, she gets treated better than anybody else is being treated, and then it also is happily ever after story also.
No, well, for her it might be that way because she goes on to do more things. But for the
Okay.
guy, no, it never works out very well.
You've never seen it, never, not once.
No.
No, I haven't either.
No, I'm thinking about it too, and I can no.
Hey, you ever heard of Brad Pitt, brother? The guy.
Yeah, Brad Pitt. Yeah, pretty cool guy.
Did you see how well he treated Angelina Jolie, brother? How well he
Yeah.
treated her?
I did, man. Yeah.
I hate to use Will Smith because it's like I'm picking on him, but you remember a guy named Will Smith?
I do, man. Yep.
I don't think there's anybody that gets treated better than Will Smith's wife. I don't think so.
Nah, he told us that he prioritized her happiness.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, man. That's a huge commitment. To prioritize someone's happiness, that's a big deal, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you ever heard of Dwayne Wade?
I have, yeah.
Okay, he's with Gabrielle Union. You ever heard of that?
I have, yeah.
Okay. He treats her, brother. He treats her so good. You know, she lets him lead, and so his leadership is letting, like, okay, so you're saying you're letting me lead as your man, right? And she's like, yes. And he says, okay, great. Now my lead is to let you show me how to love you. That's my order.
Wow.
I'm just here to learn. I know everything about basketball. I'm a champion, three-time champion, and I'm telling you, I want to know more about you. I want to know what makes you happy. I want to know what makes you tick. You know, like tell me what makes you sad. I will. You know, what's your favorite? You know, what's your favorite thing? Teach me your love language. Teach me your love language. If you have, I want to learn all of them, and I'm going to shower you with my care, and whatever you say, I will promise to listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I will bring anything that I have on my mind. I will be emotionally available to you. I will not be like these other men. I know that you've been hurt before. If you don't want to do anything, even though I married you because of the way that you look, but if you don't want to do anything,
yeah.
that'll be fine. As a matter of fact, I'll ask permission.
Oh, wow.
Before I touch you. Well, yeah, because I mean you're a queen, and I just want to give you what you deserve. Like, you know, you had a bad rap,
Okay.
and you didn't ask for that. You don't deserve that. You deserve the best. I just want to give you the world.
So my love language is gifts, and acts of service.
No, done.
And I just need space all the time. I just like doing my own thing, and I just need space. But I want you around.
Okay.
You know,
yes.
Like around, but just not like.
But no. Yeah, no. But I can do that. So I'll be right there, right at the balcony.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll be standing like, and if anything you need, just let me know. As a matter of fact, we can get some guys. Oh, well, not guys. I don't want any. You know, I don't want any guys here. Yeah, because who could possibly resist the temptation of being around you? And so I don't want any guys here. I don't want any trouble. But you know, whatever you want, I'll make sure I always have somebody here to take care of that. And do you need your feet rubbed? Yeah, well,
yeah.
No, yeah. Let me know. I don't even know why I'm asking.
You know what? Here, can you bring me some wine and then maybe?
Okay, ooh, let's bring you some wine.
So, brother, with all that, they have to be ending well, don't they? Dwayne Wade, Gabrielle Union. Because, brother, I can listen to all the women say how much they love that. I can hear them say, "Oh my God, that just feeds my soul." Just hearing that.
No, sir, brother. It's not ending well because
man,
he had 2 boys, Jeff, and now he has only one boy.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Right? So instead of him not giving her everything she wanted, he gave her everything that she wanted, even a stepdaughter.
Okay.
Yeah, so no, it's not going well, and he's being to me, brother, he's being embarrassed all the way through. Just really embarrassed. Now, let me see what Victoria says. But your wife should absolutely be getting treated better than everyone else. Yeah, brother. Let me take this one, and then I'll let you.
Yeah.
Go on for one of the next ones that come up. Mother, there's this complete. I can depend on her because I did, Jeff.
Yeah.
I did actually depend on my mother. And any disappointments, it's like, it doesn't matter. It's my mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, that happened, but it doesn't matter.
It's my mother. Whatever.
Then with my daughters, it's like I keep telling you, you know, when you get older, this is gonna really affect you. You just really gotta make sure that's what you want to do. And it's like she messes up. It's like, yeah, but kids mess up, man. I was once her age. That doesn't. Matter of fact, if you knew how your mother was, you're way like you're good. You're good. Because your mother was. So I can live with that. Her mother was this kind of way, and I can live with that. But when you go back to the wife doesn't have as much leeway.
Yeah.
The wife is kind of like, nah. I've heard so many stories about women that I hope you're not one of them. But if you start to look like one of them, oh no. This is what's happening. This is what is this? What's this part? So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies, nourish and cherish, says the scripture. Yeah, and that might be where we're getting to, Victoria. That you see the mothers, they get honored and treated really well, and you see the daughters, they get benefited down and treated really well. And the wives and the girlfriends and all these women that are in between, we either competing against them or not giving them the same treatment because that's a daddy's girl and she feels like I can never go wrong, but you talk about me or whatever. And my mother, she's always been there. Yeah, she's probably a little too involved, but she's always been there. And at one time I asked you just to pick me up from work, you were complaining the whole time. Just little things. So we just don't give the same amount of leeway to the wife, and she becomes this sore. So much so that we say, what are you doing? What are you doing this weekend? I'll be lucky if you see me back at work. If my wife doesn't kill me, I'll kill myself. And they'll say stuff like really, really bad things, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, I heard there was a monster at your house. Yeah, there was, man. So, man, don't talk about your wife like that. No, she ate the monster.
Yeah.
It just becomes these jokes, man. About these women.
Yeah.
So what should we do, brother? I mean, because they were daughters, Jeff.
Daughters. Yeah.
And now they're mothers too, Jeff.
Yeah.
They're being that everything to somebody right now, to their y'all's children. She's being everything to them. She's their mother. What can we do, brother, to make this thing kind of make sense?
Yeah, so let me do this diagram real quick with you guys.
Okay. All right.
So here we have moms. So this is our the way we treat or adore. We have moms right here, and then we have wives and girlfriends and all the other girls in the world, and then we have daughters right here. All right, so we have this. It's not going all the way to the bottom in the middle. It's like an M. Right.
Okay.
What we need to do is get this leveled out. We need it to be needs to be even. We need to shave this and bring this one up in the middle a little bit
Got you.
and bring it to a level plane.
Compress it.
Compress it. And the way we do that, we can do it like this. Let's use the scripture that Ratoria brought is so ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. There's another scripture that says that we as men should be willing to offer our bodies as a living sacrifice.
Yes.
And so the priority on our bodies is not very high. Right?
Yeah. It seems like it. Yeah.
It also, there's another one that says that exercise benefits little.
Mm-hmm.
And we know how much exercise does benefit the body.
Yes, sir.
But overall, it's still just a little. And so we don't prioritize as men. We're taught, and we typically do very well when we apply, to not prioritize ourselves too highly. Feed ourselves, clothe ourselves, groom ourselves, present ourselves the way we want to be seen. That's about it. And the better we have a grasp on that, the better we do. And so if we were to bring everyone in line with that, right?
Yep.
I think we would do better. Bring our admiration for our mothers. Come on down here, because she's made some poor decisions. Mom has made poor decisions.
Oh,
you didn't see them, but her girls in high school saw them, right? And
well, she said that I think she had gas that day, or she had to leave class, or something. She said.
Yeah. Well,
she said that somebody messed up her food, and she didn't know. Like they snuck something in her food, and
I talked to Clarice, and she was there, and she was telling me that they drank way too much the night before.
No. Yeah, see, that's why my mom and Clarice don't even get along now, because she's lying.
That was because she had. Oh, I thought it was over the boyfriend. Remember, you never heard the boyfriend story?
No,
Clarice. No, they fell out over some guy like back in the 90s.
Okay, well, it doesn't obviously it has nothing to do with me. My mom was a virgin.
Sir. How did you get here to Earth?
My mom. Oh, you're counting when I came out? No, she never did anything with a man.
That's the only way you would have got here. Actually.
Well, I don't. Well, then where's my dad? Smarty pants. You just.
Yeah, well, he just kind of like dropped some stuff off and left, and then here you are. That's the way it works.
No, because are you talking about those antiques? Those are grandpa's. Those are papa's.
Yeah, the other day I went and bought some eggs and took them home and put them in the fridge. And I said to my wife, "Hey, I brought eggs like you had asked." And then she was like, "Oh, thanks." And then I left. And when I came back, there was brownies on the stove. Use the eggs to make the brownies. That's why she wanted them.
Yeah, I don't see the correlation.
Your dad dropped some eggs off. Now you're here.
So you're making fun of me.
No, that's just the way it works, man. Like, your mom had to sleep with somebody for you to get here.
What'd you just say?
Your mom had to sleep with your dad, bro. They had to,
All right, well, then next time we'll see it's on site, bro.
What, bro? I'm just saying this is science. It's biology. It's science.
What do we do, brother? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? How does the Lord treat the church? Treats the church like His wife, and cleanses her, washes her with the Word. Yeah. So what, brother? You said we should compress it down. So this unbelievable way that we look at our mothers needs to become a little bit more realistic.
More realistic.
We're adults now. We're all adults.
We're all adults here. As a child, I understand the admiration, and I understand the way a young boy or a young girl would look at their mothers. But as you grow and as you mature, you should shake loose some of that.
Okay.
And your relationship with your mother should become more realistic and more mature.
Okay.
Right? It should become more mature because, she's not the woman that knows how to, use the English language 100 times better than you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Our mothers. I remember asking my mother as a child, "What does a question mean? What is a question?
That's too difficult, Jeff.
What is a
Do
question?"
that.
And she kept trying to explain it to me, and I kept saying, "But what is it?" And she was like, "What you're doing right now," and I had no grasp on the English language. And my
Yeah.
mother knew so much more than me. But as we grow, that's no longer the case.
Yes, sir.
And so our relationship should reflect that. And then the
I
same
got
with our daughters. Like we depended on our mother, what you said, we depended on them. Our children depend on us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So our
Yes, sir.
daughters should be treated like human beings. They're human beings. They're not
Okay.
actually angels. They're not actually angels.
Gotcha.
And then if they were angels, no one looks at angels and say, "Oh, how precious." Every time an angel shows up in the Bible, it's terrifying,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yeah.
So bring it more into realism. To quote Marcus Aurelius, steak is only dead cow flesh, and caviar is only fish eggs. It's not actually what we treat it like. It's just only this other thing. So your mother is just a woman. Your daughters are just going to be women, and so is your wife just a woman. And then from there, decide how you're going to treat women.